When I found out that Homeworld 3's Collector's Edition was going to have not one, not two, not three, not five, but 4 ships included with it, I had to get it. Sure, I'd also get a sequel in a franchise that I've been passionate about for more than half of my life, but I really just like ships. It's been about 92.5% of a decade since I picked up the Homeworld Remastered Collector's Edition and laid my fingertips on several cool items like this keychain that I kept on my keys for several months before the high-quality chain broke and I lost it. It also came with this incredible lore and art books, Temu knockoff that somehow disappears behind my hands and had the binding break seconds after I opened it up again for this video. Of course, for only $100 and with the inclusion of the games, almost all of those dollars were going to this amazing model of the Pride of Khar that I've proudly displayed ever since. So when I finally received this long-awaited and price-inflated Homeworld 3 Collector's Edition, the bar was pretty high for the quality of those glorious painted resin physical manifestations of imaginary space vehicles. But first, I had to crack open a magnetic seal to dive into this cardboard treasure chest of fanboy festivities. Right up front, we get this art print of that fancy new mothership flying out of a circle with an orientation I couldn't seem to figure out because, as we'll come to find out, this mothership doesn't know which way it goes either. Next up, we'll have yet another keychain with the modern version of the Khagaran logo and a new high-quality chain whose strength I will not test. On the opposite side of this white wall of trinkets is a box featuring all of the geometric shapes that exist. Inside of that decorative container is a deck of cards you'll see here expertly fanned to show the details of each card. They include some, many, or perhaps all of the ships in the game as suits of cards that will allow you to learn them by sight so you can know exactly which ships you have exploding in the heat of battle. Even the mighty banana itself is included. One level lower into this mine shaft of good times lies the pièce de résistance, the khar-kushan. With it comes 3 additional baby ships similar in size to these Star Wars Armada ships that you can serve up as side dishes on the dinner plate-sized mothership. Once the stand is assembled, you can see it stacks up quite nicely to its predecessor and even lights up with the addition of sound effects that really shine in the vacuum of space. Here, both glow gracefully in the dark, and as you can see, the last decade has seen some real advancements in the use of blue lights. And here they are with a Protoss pylon in case you wanted to know what that would look like. But the khar-kushan has one more trick up its sleeve. After everyone lost their mind that the future mothership would be lying on its side, Blackbird Interactive gave us the power to turn that frown upside sideways. But given that the ship's factory door pops off and magnetically attaches to this included stand that you can also stick a ship onto for the significantly cooler display setup, it's clear that they wanted us to live our lives just like your mom, perpetually horizontal with our hatch wide open. However, even in questionable orientations, this ship and its ship associates make for a fantastic addition to my collection and now sit prominently on the shelf next to this orc and gelatinous cube. And who knows, maybe one day we'll be able to buy the Art of Homeworld book without it being scalped to us for several times the price, and I can stop pretending this totally legitimate PDF scan I found on the internet is a sufficient replacement. Now all we have to do is dive into the game itself and see if they fixed all of the issues from the demo and made a game that manages to live up to the impossibly high standards 20 years of waiting has given the fanbase. If you want to see the future review of Homeworld 3 and a whole lot of other hot takes, warm satire, and tepid commentary about games, subscribe and sit patiently until you see more abbreviated reviews.